I am taking on the VMAX challenge. In order to complete it, I need to build a deck and win at least once with every single Pokemon VMAX. In order for the win to count, I need to have taken at least one prize card with the featured Pokemon VMAX or deck my opponent out. Will I be able to do this, or will I rage quit? Watch the video to find out. If you're buying any cards from TCG Player, please use the link in the description to help support my content. This video is sponsored by Pokemon Store, TCG Player, PokemonCard.io, and Card Market. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the VMAX challenge. We are now in the final stretch. That should be 63, not 62. Let me update that really quickly. We are down to 11 VMAXs. We have Duraludon V-Max right here on the screen, the last Evolving Skies VMAX. Hey Dolphins, I'm doing well. Thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? And next up we have the Pikachus from the Celebration set, Flying Pikachu VMAX and Surfing Pikachu VMAX. And then afterwards we move on finally to the Fusion Strike set, which is the last set to cover. So pretty excited to push forward today as much as I can within the next 2 hours or so. Yeah, so hopefully you enjoy this morning show, and if you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in. I know a lot of you have been watching every episode. I know there's been controversy, there's been I don't know, mixed opinions, but I'm very happy to be doing this. And so now I have Duraludon V-Max, which has the ability Skyscraper, where you prevent all damage done to its Pokemon with attacks from your opponent's Pokemon that has special energy attached, and then G-Max Pulverization does 220 damage, and this attack's damage isn't affected by any effects on your opponent's active Pokemon. So Duraludon V-Max is obviously a top deck, a top 3 deck as well. So we're gonna just play something pretty standard to that. I'm not gonna take a look at the list, I'm just gonna play this from memory, right? Oh, it's 11:30 p.m. for you. Wow, Dolphins, where are you from? Somewhere in Australia or Asia, I imagine. Oceania or Asia. So that's all we want for Pokemon, and then we want Crushing Hammers. We want Cave. Oh, I didn't know I had one of these. Too bad it's locked. We also want a Adventures Discovery, which is right here. And we want Pokegear. You're from Singapore, nice. Thanks so much for tuning in all the way from Singapore. Really appreciate it. Yeah, I guess, I mean, when I stream at about 2 p.m., then that's gonna be your 5 a.m., right? So that's too early. I have streamed a bit sometimes, like at my 6 p.m., which can be earlier for you in the evening, I think. I don't know. Time zones are confusing. All right, so we're gonna have 4 boss. We're gonna have research. We are going to have Raihan as well. 2 of them. And then as far as energy goes, we definitely want fighting, and we want a metal, at least 8 of those. And then we also want big charms, we want scrapper, we want switch, not switching cups, just switch. What else do we want? Yell towels, yep, towels, we definitely want towels. And then 2 more spots. Should be for draw, right? 2 Averys. I feel like that's a little low on the draw. Maybe I take out. Well, I mean, I do have station, right? I have this to set up. I think this is solid. I don't know exactly. I don't remember exactly what the deck looks like, but this seems like it should do the trick, right? So Duraludon V-Max ready to go now. Based on the subscribers from the previous day, yesterday, we do owe a win, right? We had 3 subscribers last stream, so Duraludon V-Max requires 2 wins in order to count as completed. Alrighty. Duraludon should be easy peasy, I agree. And for Duraludon, any subsequent subscriber from this point onward, before I get the 2 wins, will add another win, because it is a top 3 deck. Alright, we did mulligan once, that's okay. We're gonna start this session. We're not gonna reveal that we're Duraludon just yet, although the mulligan probably did so. Then we have a solid hand. Now, it is tempting to attach to the station, purely based off of the fact that I could apply pressure to the Suicune next turn, and I do have Raihan, so I'm actually gonna give myself the option to potentially apply pressure to the Suicune, and what the heck? Okay, well, there's all my luck for the day. There is absolutely all my luck for the day. So Dark Deck Box is interesting with the Suicune. Tailman luck indeed. This could be like the Bird Box counter sort of thing, or it could just be Suicune with a Crobat in there as a tech, or a Galarian Zigzagoon as well for a little bit of extra damage. I don't know. Crushing Hammer. I would say the Crushing Hammer probably means it's not the Dark Box deck and it's just straight up Suicune denial with maybe a Zigzagoon for pinging. Okay, they play that stadium first. They do Crystal Cave away. Sorry, they Marnie away my Crystal Cave. Looks like we're gonna dead draw forever. Yep. You called it. There it is. We lost our stadium, we lost our Pokegears. We are certainly in a little bit of trouble right here, as we can't even KO the Suicune to get prize cards. That incense preemptively for the Drizzle makes sense if you know what you're up against. Very nice top deck right here. Very, very nice top deck. So now technically what I'm looking for is the Tool Scrapper. I don't foresee myself getting it anytime soon, but now I have the Avery as a follow-up. So things are actually looking really good for us to get our first win right here. Starting off really, really well. Alrighty. Okay, so they are going to Melanie and do some damage. The cool thing is they're not doing that much damage. You wonder why nobody played Duraludon in the early Evolving Skies era? I think it looked underwhelming, and I don't know. Maybe it just took a while to figure it out, right? It's not a straightforward deck, if you will, in terms of how you build it, how you approach it. So it's also not like the most visually attractive card in that it does like 3 energies and a VMAX already sets it apart from the rest, meaning it can be a little slow. The ability is obviously good, but Path to the Peak exists, so like you completely disregard it because of that, because Path to the Peak will always be part of the meta. So obviously it's good, but I think both of those things played into it not being immediately considered. Alright, so I do get to heal the station. And I get to Intrepid Sword this turn. So they did 120, but they could have access to Quick Shooting. If they bench to Pokemon, then they do the same 120, so the only way I could prevent a knockout would be with double Crushing Hammer head flips. Not gonna happen, so I'm actually gonna save this Crushing Hammer now. So I could switch, but I feel like Intrepid Sword is just better. Wow, that's actually really bad. Oof, okay. Well, now I'm in trouble. Now I am in serious trouble right here. Now I am in ugh. Alright. Maybe I should have switched. There's a Croat that my opponent's using to disguise their water deck as a dark deck. Maybe having that deck box means some new players end up conceding. Maybe. Alright. I actually would appreciate getting more need, honestly. One right hand and two Pokegears are like in the bottom cards of my deck though, so. And without right hand, I'm not gonna be attacking. So things were looking really good, and then all of a sudden we are in trouble. Okay, so my opponent's gonna bench one Pokemon Animal Quick Shooting to get the KO. I can mess around with boss. I can set up another station. I'm not happy about it, but I can do it. And I might have to. Once I get the Tool Scrapper, I get the immediate knockout on the Suicune, which would be really nice. If it's in the deck, which I'm not entirely sure it is. So my opponent doing some math. They did search for the Quick Ball. They are going to Crushing Hammer. That should be... yeah, average head flip, that's fair. Okay. Alright, another Avery would also be pretty sweet. But it is what it is. So they wasted their ability by using it preemptively, though I would have healed the damage anyway, so I guess it's not really a waste. But always draw as many cards as you can and then make a decision like that one. Okay, I really need more cards, right? So I will need these. I will need to station. The issue now is that I don't have... Oh, I didn't search the deck to see if I had... Nice. I didn't search my deck to see if I had... What if I just switch here? Yeah, I think switching makes sense. I didn't search my deck. Wow. I'm not gonna touch them though, because I need them for here. I didn't check my deck to see if I had the Tool Scrapper, so I'm gonna do it now with the Adventurous Discovery. And now I have shuffled my deck, so I'd actually appreciate the station going down so that I can right hand potentially. One Melanie down. So there's the Melanie. Yeah, they're not gonna miss an attack, that's for sure. If I had attached the big chunk to the station, I mean, I couldn't have envisioned this, but if I had attached that to the station, then I would have survived the hit. Alright, they decide to pass the peak again, which makes sense. Once again, playing cards preemptively before drawing all the cards, which there's no difference here, but it's a sequencing habit that you can break in order to improve upon, right? Okay, now that they attach the capture energy to the Suicune, they cannot attack my Duraludon. So now there's merit to switching back into the Duraludon, but I also want the station to go down, so weird situation. Balbat? What? What are you talking about? Who plays Palpad? What are all the VMAXs, which took a long time? Comparaja took a very long time. Tapu Koko took a while. Flapple took a while. What else? Toxtricity took a while. Dragapult took a while, but only because I got so many subs that day. What else took a while? Charizard took a decent bit. What else? Ditto, Cramorant, and Eevee were also like really grindy. Alright. We'll grab you. I do have the Tool Scrapper. I do have 4 Pokegears. I do have my Ryan, so I have so many outs right about now. I'm not gonna bench anything else. I'm gonna go ahead and big jump here. I'll heal. And I will... I'm tempted to switch, but I don't think I should. Wow, just 1 Pokegear. Okay. If I get KO'd, which I assume I will be, and I can get Raihan, no. Why? Stop. Well, I still want Raihan, but this is not ideal. Melanie, alright. They are also playing Path to a Peak. How many Path to a Peaks do? Okay, that's a good card for them to play, for me, because hopefully I'll eventually find the Tool Scrapper, right? I should find it eventually. Okay, it seems like they forgot that I have an ability, which is great news, because I always win the Stadium War as long as the last stadium isn't priced and I can find it. Another path? They already Melanied, so I am keeping my hand. So if I find the Raihan, what would I even attach? I mean, what would I even search for? A supporter? Wow, they grabbed boss, okay. I could just win by deck out here. You could also just win by decking them out. They're at 9 cards. They didn't put back the Marnie. They're down 1 Marnie. I think at most we could expect 1 more Marnie. At most. And I'm also not getting damaged by this Suicune, so I might actually hold on to the Tool Scrapper. Because this Suicune's not threatening me at all. Okay. Alright, so it's all about being patient here. It's Pokegear. We do find the Raihan, which is nice. So I'll attach you, sure. Actually, I have 3 fightings left. I'll attach the metal. And kind of want to grab the Tool Scrapper. Just in case, but I think we're in a solid spot. Because I literally cannot be damaged. And I could knock out both Suicunes next turn. I can go attach, boss, Tool Scrapper, this dies, and then I win the turn after. So I think we're good. And I can heal 80 damage of the 140 that they're dealing. So I think we have this one in the bag. Hey, Anti-Exploder. Of course it's a meta deck that's giving trouble. Flareon wasn't, like, we tried an interesting idea with Flareon, so it actually wasn't that problematic. Okay, they decided to switch for some reason. I think they forgot about the ability for sure. I'll boss the Suicune. I was going to boss the Suicune next turn, but not anymore. I don't need to boss. And my day's going pretty well, Anti-Explorer. Thanks so much for asking. How about yours? My weekend is just starting. And I'm gonna stream in the morning, and then I'm gonna just have a chill afternoon, watch movies, watch TV. Nothing too Nothing exciting planned, but I'm okay with having a rest day. Yellow towels are good. I don't think I lose. Oh. Okay, well that's worrisome. Okay, so I definitely need to go on the offensive now. They have boss and they have that in their hand. So I do need to be careful with that. You're playing your first play Pokemon event as a master? Nice, anti-exploder. Is it a team challenge? Or what are you playing? That's pretty cool. That's actually pretty cool. Okay, that Echoing Horns is definitely not something I expected. Fair play to my opponent. Team challenge, nice, best of luck. I haven't played in too many team challenges myself. I've actually only played in one. Okay, so there's this Asian back. Now they can boss. Thankfully I do have this switch, and then I can knock out both Suicuns, and then they can't boss KO this. They would have to Melanie in order to even attack me or Raihan. So I think we got this, because then I just go boss KO the Crobat. So thanks to the towel and the stadium, I think we win this. But it was going to be very close. Especially if they play Escape Rope. I actually might bench something now, because if they play Escape Rope, that's a problem. Okay, Crystal Cave, and then Team Yell Towel. Actually, I guess I don't need to bench something else, because I healed so much damage thanks to that top deck. Alright, so I'm gonna Tool Scrapper. So obviously now this counts as a win if I manage to win this game, which I'm hoping I will. Based on my current situation. The last Crystal Cave was priced. And then I go switch. And then I go attach. And then sure, I'll do this. And I will go G-Max Pulverization. 4 prizes in 1 turn. And then I have the boss for the win. They could boss me again. But they can't win in 2 turns. And then I just go research. I have 1 switch left. I should have enough energies to retreat, so I think we're good. Thank you, Anti-Exploder. Good luck in the team challenge. Appreciate it. Echoing Horn is pretty good with Suicune, I agree. Boost damage and gives you a new target, exactly, so I do like it. I do agree. Alright, there's a Melanie. So now we just win. They can't play 5 K-pop toughness, so they can't prevent me from taking a knockout. They're down to 1 card left, so they're even going to deck themselves out. I could just win by not attacking as well. Yeah, if they boss, they can't Melanie, and therefore they're not attacking me, and it takes them 2 turns to knock me out because they never one-shot, and then I had research to dig for switch or 2 attachments to retreat, so there is no way to lose this game at this point, I think. So we are in our first win with Duraludon, but we do owe a second one. GG. Nice. Slow and steady won the race. Despite some questionable Marnies, we did get bailed out by a research top deck. Very nice. Duraludon's so toxic. I don't think Duraludon's toxic. It rewards patience, it rewards good decisions. I think my turn 1 decision to attach energies to Station was immediately rewarded by the good luck that I got, obviously, off of the Intrepid Sword. But also it was a conscious decision to potentially apply faster pressure to Suicune. So I do like the fact that Duraludon involves skill, right? And we're getting some really good starts for sure, so that also helps. That also really helps us out. Alrighty, we're up against possibly Rapid Strike Urshifu. which is really good because of the special energies. I'll go ahead and attach the energy, sure, because I do have 2 others for this. If I had attached energy here, then I could have immediately applied pressure, but I can't, like, with only 8 energies, it's not always a good idea to rely on that Intrepid Sword. You know? Thank you, Dolphins. See you there. Thank you so much for hanging out. Have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for tuning in. Really appreciate it. All right, Tower of Waters, so they can retreat now. I think we might just win this. If it is Urshifu, then we might just win because they don't play basic energy. Like, assuming it's Melanie, Urshifu. Okay, Crobat. Everything indicates Melanie Urshifu, but it could be... Like, what other deck plays Tower of Waters and Medicham, right? There's a Remoraid. Maybe they play 1 fighting, and that's their hope. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm actually not going to evolve this next turn. I'm just going to attach and pass. So I'm going to do a sneaky play that will help me hopefully to complete the challenge. Because if I go Adventurous Discovery and I set up the Duraludon V-Max, my opponent might actually be prompted to concede because they'll realize, oh, I have no way to damage that guy, or it's going to be really difficult, so I'm not even going to bother. So then the win wouldn't count. But if I wait a turn, then they might get hopeful in the sense that they can damage it before it evolves and then finish it off with the fighting energies or whatnot. And then, like, it's a risk, but I'm choosing, it's a conscious risk in order to try and complete the challenge, which is my goal, right? So that's what's happening right here. And we do have final confirmation that it is the Urshifu. This could not be Melanie, could be Moltres. However, this, I think, indicates Melanie. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and attach here. I'll counter the Stadium. And I'll go ahead and Intrepid Sword. Alright. Like I said, purposely choosing not to evolve to give my opponent a false sense of security in order to keep them in the game. In order to make them not concede so quickly. Alright. They might still concede, right? But I do see the Drizzle on the bench. Incense for Octillery, I'm guessing. Another Drizzle, okay, so we could get Marnied here. But another thing about not doing something last turn is they could choose not to Marnie here. Like I said, trying to give this false sense of security. Escape rope, there we go. So that forces my Duraludon into the active spot. And I do get Marnied. So I could also get punished for this. So it's a conscious risk that I decided to take. It's a suboptimal play. But I'm not punished for it. And that's okay. Surprised they promoted the Urshifu though. Because then they definitely didn't have any chance of attacking me with the first attack. And doing at least 120 damage. So they do decide to evolve. They do decide to attach, but they're only doing 30 damage because they didn't evolve beforehand. Oh, they're actually doing 0 because of the Stadium. Alright. So this might prompt the concession. This might prompt the concession, unless I choose not to attack. If I attack, they might concede. If I don't attack, however, that would allow me to go boss and KO, because this should be a free-ish matchup. So once again, I'm choosing not to attack purely to try and secure the win here, rather than have my opponent concede and then have to play more. Yeah, so I'm being strategical about my completion of the VMAX challenge. Victor indeed. You are awake very early. I asked you yesterday, but you didn't respond. Are you going to Salt Lake City? Like, if Salt Lake City happens, are you going for sure? Are you not going for sure? What are you planning on? Because as the days go by, I'm definitely getting my feathers rustled over, or my opponent could just have forgotten about the ability completely, and they think they're gonna do G-Max Rapid Flow right here for a lot of damage. So every day that goes by, I get my feathers rustled over going to the regional, and I'm torn. I'm torn between, I do want to go, but I'm also like scared that it might get cancelled. So I don't know what flight to get. So there's just so many unknowns. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna click here, because I do want to play correctly, and I'll do this, and then now the win absolutely counts. Now the win counts. If my opponent concedes at any point, which I imagine they will, I'm fairly sure the win will count. If I wasn't playing for the VMAX challenge, obviously I would have evolved, obviously I would have attached already, I would have evolved. I wouldn't have not played the Adventurous Discovery, so it's a risk I took, right? Oh, it's not in your plans, okay. It's just... Well, okay, that's fine. That's fair. I figured Salt Lake City is not that far, and San Diego... The San Diego to Salt Lake City flight is also not very expensive. So I guess I'll let you know. There we go. Playing strategically to make sure that the win counts. Now, if you wanted to see more Duraludon VMAX in action, I would definitely encourage you to check out the other videos on my channel featuring Duraludon VMAX. And that is Evolving Skies completed. That is Evolving Skies completed. I can't believe it. That is 64 VMAXs, and now we are in the final countdown. 10 to go. So, if you're live with me on Twitch, don't go anywhere. I will be right back. And if you're watching on YouTube, thanks so much for tuning in. We are going into the final stretch, and we now move on to the PCAS. Be right back.